Why did the same cop pull me over every single day for a month? I was driving to work when a cop signaled for me to pull over. Not again, I thought, watching the officer step out of his cruiser. This same officer had been stopping me every single morning for the past month, and I was starting to think my Kia had personally insulted his mother. License and registration. Same words, same flat tone, same cop who definitely had my face memorized by now. Today's violation was driving too cautiously, which apparently meant I was suspicious for following the law. Each ticket cost me $50 to $300 depending on the day. I couldn't afford to just pay them, so I had to take time off work to fight every single one in court. I'd already lost over $1,000 on tickets where it was my word against the officers. I called the precinct to file a complaint but got nowhere, just told it's an officer's job to write tickets. On top of all that, yesterday my manager handed me a written warning. One more tardiness issue and we're letting you go, she said. But the traffic stops dragged on for over a half hour each day. The officer would pull me over and run my plates like I was a wanted fugitive, then ask where I was headed like my commute was evidence of a crime. He'd circle my car slowly, checking every window, every tire. Took his sweet time doing it. Once he leaned into my window so close I could smell his coffee breath and said, "You ever think about how your happiness might be ruining somebody else's life?" Then he smiled and walked back to his cruiser. He didn't even write me a ticket that time. I didn't sleep that night. Then my boyfriend started coming to court with me, and something strange happened. For once, the officer didn't show up. Case dismissed. I figured it was a coincidence. Maybe he was sick. But then it happened again and again. My boyfriend came with me 4 times, and 4 times the police officer was mysteriously absent. Case dismissed every single time. The next court date, my boyfriend had a work emergency. "I'll be fine," I told him. I walked into that courtroom alone, and there was the police officer, sitting in the front row like he'd been waiting specifically for me. He testified I'd been swerving erratically, and I lost another $100. For the next week, the officer's stops were getting more aggravated. One time, he kept me for over an hour, made me stand on the sidewalk in the pouring rain while he searched my entire car and found nothing. I started keeping detailed notes, dates my boyfriend attended court, dates he didn't, whether the officer appeared or not. The pattern was undeniable. The officer who kept harassing me was only showing up to court when my boyfriend wasn't there. Last Saturday, my boyfriend and I went out to dinner because I desperately needed one normal night. We were holding hands across the center console, laughing about nothing, when those familiar police lights flashed behind us. My stomach dropped through the floor. This was the first time I'd ever been pulled over with my boyfriend actually sitting in my car. I pulled to the side of the road. The officer walked toward my window with his flashlight. I glanced at my boyfriend, and his entire body had gone rigid, his face completely drained of color. "Oh my God," my boyfriend whispered. What is it?" I asked, still fishing in my purse for my driver's license. My boyfriend nods towards the cop. "That's Jason, my ex-girlfriend's best friend. The guy was completely obsessed with her. He's one of the main reasons we broke up. He made our entire relationship impossible." The officer leaned down to my window, and the second he saw my boyfriend sitting in my passenger seat, he froze. For 3 full seconds, nobody spoke. Then my boyfriend leaned forward toward Jason. "So, this is what you've been up to? Harassing my girlfriend for a month because you can't stand that I moved on." Jason's jaw tightened. He still didn't speak. Then my boyfriend started laughing. "You absolute idiot. All you accomplished was document your own craziness. You built an entire stalking and harassment case against yourself, Jason. My girlfriend could and will end your career." The officer's face went from pale to gray. His hand dropped from my car window. I didn't say a single word to him. I just rolled up my window, put the car in drive, and pulled away while Officer Jason stood frozen in his own headlights, finally understanding that his revenge had left a paper trail straight back to his badge.